So yeah, article here. So what you call it, MSN. Says, will you get a Corona stimulus check? Okay, so this is by CNBC. So it says around here. It says here, people around the world are suffering from the impact of the Corona pandemic, with hundreds of thousands of cases of COVID-19. The signs of further spreading. Many are also struggling economically, nationally, state, and local governments, both in the U.S. and across the globe. Says measures try to stem the spread of the disease. Says lawmakers in Washington. Lawmakers in Washington agree that Americans need relief from the hard economic impacts, and the corona crisis, where they fought hard about exactly how the federal government should provide that relief. Now it appears senators and representatives in Congress have come to a deal that affirms exactly what people should expect. And under that deal, not everyone would get checked. Below, we'll look more closely at the report details. So more clear. So what the Corona stimulus check would look like? Early proposals filed they give about how to give ordinary Americans some help took several different paths. Initially, some wanted to offer people a payroll tax holiday, which would have boosted the take-home pay for workers and also provided businesses with relief as well. However, opponents noted that eliminating payroll taxes wouldn't help those who'd already got laid off or had their hours cut, and it raised questions about future financial support for Social Security and Medicare. In response, lawmakers pivoted a more direct method, sending $1,000 checks. Pivoted a more direct method, sending $1,000 checks to everyone. That would have the benefit of getting money into the hands of those who need it quickly. Again, though, some officials question whether everyone really needed to get cash now. The compromise vision looks like this. Each eligible adult will receive up to $1,200 from the government. For every child in a given household, the amount of the total check will go up by $500. However, there's another bullet point here. However, the income limits on receiving such stimulus if your adjusted gross income is less than $75,000 for single filers, and $150,000 for joint filers. Then you'll get a full amount. For every $100 you earn above those limits, though the payments drop by $5. That means that for those with no children, the income level is about $99,000 for singles and $198,000 for joint filers. No stimulus check would come. Those with incomes between those levels will receive a reduced stimulus check payment. So it says some of the logical details aren't yet entirely pinned down, but one aspect that could cause considerable confusion is in determining income for purposes of legislation. In an effort to get the checks out as quickly as possible, the federal government apparently intends to use 2018 reported income as filed on federal tax returns in determining eligibility. However, some believe that the final legislation could treat the payments as an advance credit that will be verified on 2020 tax returns. Okay, so that raises the question on whether taxpayers will have to establish their eligibility again based on 2020 income levels, and potentially have to pay back their stimulus checks if their income grows between 2018 and 2020. Says here, when the coronavirus stimulus checks, when will the coronavirus stimulus checks come? There's also uncertainty about how quickly Americans should expect to receive their cash. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin has assured the public that he intends to try to get the checks out within 2 weeks. However, many are skeptical how quickly the government can do necessary legwork to get the money out to Americans. Because of the income-based eligibilities, it limits the Internal Revenue Service will have to get involved in cross-checking who should get a check and who shouldn't. IRS staffing already at reduced levels, and also facing coronavirus-related pressures. It could be more difficult than usual to fast-track sending stimulus checks. Don't spend it yet. It says here, if you've been waiting for a final word on the stimulus checks to feel comfortable making those discretionary purchases, you should probably wait a little longer if you can, until final legislation makes its way through Congress and the Treasury figures out the exact process involved. You should plan on some delays in getting your coronavirus stimulus check. Okay, that's it.